No self-respecting parent would give their child away to some stranger. Kidnapping is not funny. Stop laughing. So if it's so bad, why is a kidnapper walking free, breathing our air, eating our food? One of the most heinous kidnappers in all of anime history is hailed as a hero. Praised, loved, disgusting. Yet his dark past has been forgotten. Not by me though. I always get my man. Not in a weird way. To learn more, watch this news broadcast. Breaking news. West City has been freed from the clutches of the most heinous individual known to man. This individual has terrorized the public for far too long. And we got him, boys. We got him. After committing crimes that I can't even say over the news, this individual has been captured by the police. Look at him. You might be wondering to yourself, yeah, this man eats rotisserie chickens before paying for them. In less important news, 2 troublemaking individuals have gone missing. Police have been looking for them, yada, yada, yada. Let's get to sports. Fun fact, the Amber Alert system was created in response to the tragic abduction and unfortunate passing of a child named Amber Hagerman. Through policies and dedication, it became the Amber Alert that we know and ignore today. Just admit it, you don't take them seriously. It's okay. It stands for America's Missing Broadcast Emergency Response. And since that spells out Amber, for those who notice that, it also honors Amber Hagerman by it spelling out Amber. What boggles my mind even more is that this era of Dragon Ball is pretty high tech. Bulma, a genius, and Capsule Corp, her father's company, have produced some of the best technology ever. Flying cars, capsulated buildings, radars capable of finding possibly fake mythical dragon nuts. The marvel technology, right? Yet when someone goes missing, they can't find them. Like, was she too busy looking for love to build a reliable means to search for missing people? All those brains, and nothing like this has been invented yet. It's feeling a little too real for me, It's like creating AI that's supposed to thrust us into the future and is instead used to cheat on tests, write crap books, and convince gamers that AI will revolutionize art. Microsoft? I'm sorry about that. We'll leave them alone as they hide in their bunkers, avoiding the fallout. Let's move over to the bunker next door. Let's see what the neighbor's up to. Knock, knock. Yo, neighbor, can I borrow some creatine? Neighbor? What the oh, let's just catch up. Sorry. This here is the lab of Dr. Gero, a mad scientist who is Frankensteining some mischief underground. Why, you may ask? Because he's deeply hurt from his past. Did he lose his wife in an accident as a gigantic creature rose from the sea and tore the land apart? Was his children taken to a digital world with digital monsters and he tirelessly works on a means to save them? No, it's far worse than that. To prove it, let's check r/Ribbon Revival. Sounds like a knitting group. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Dr. G, original. Here he says that he's crashing out. Oh, God, who wrote this? He denounces kids being glued to screens, the lack of fear and respect for him and elders, and wanting revenge on a kid named Goku. Who the heck is Goku? Much like Team Rocket, the Red Ribbon Army was feared by many. Stealing, scams, murder, and even jaywalking. The most vile individuals around. Yet, like a 90s kids cartoon, all it took to topple a massive organization made of logical, capable, weapon certified, ruthless adults was a single child. But not any child. A child monkey. Frieza, get out of here! Can't you see I'm recording? Get him! As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, Goku, the kid that Dr. Gero mentioned, was stowed away from society. He was saved from TikTok, subreddits, and gooning. This young child came, defeated a whole army, flossed on their mangled corpses, and flew off into the sunset. Nice. So, what did this fully grown man decide to do to get revenge on this child, who is capable of defeating armies apparently? That's right, kids. Kidnapping. He went, kidnapped 2 delinquent children, or teens, however you want to say it. He kidnapped somebody, experimented on them, turned them into killing machines. Where in the world does that make sense? Now, during the process, he made a terrible mistake, whoopsies, and they were hostile towards him. I don't know what he expected. I really don't. This happens in every story. When you're creating your monster, there's always the chance of them turning on you. And, you know, the movie is longer than, like, I don't know, 15 minutes. Then it's more than likely that they do. You two, this is an order. An order? From you? Kids these days. No respect. All you care about is relating to someone online and TikTok dances. At least they're reasonable. You, on the other hand, we've got business with you. What do you mean? Brother, do you know what this creep wanted to do with us originally? Ah, do tell, sister. Yes. I should create a 2-headed monstrosity, fuse them together like some freak of nature. They truly breed fear into the masses. Nothing scarier than differences between humans. Oh, sorry, that hit a little too real. Said he wanted to turn us into Zack and Wheezy from Dragon Tale. 2 heads, huh? Can you imagine the fear of a 2-headed android would strike into the hearts of humanity? It would be glorious. Come, join me. Ouch. Don't think that's gonna heal anytime soon. Anyway, now I feel like it's safe to say that he got what was coming to him. Like posting on X that you hate the superhero movie. Which I agree with, it's a crap movie. Fight me. So, justice served, right? I mean, I guess. But in a world where death literally means nothing, my man can literally escape from hell and come back to life, which happened in GT. I'm just saying. He should be sent to the Shadow Realm instead. Kaiba, you've activated my trap card. No, it can't be. That card can't help you. You must be delirious. How wrong you are, Kaiba. I activate. Get over here, child. Today, we have young Gohan claiming that Piccolo is his biological father. Let's get him in here. So what he's telling me is that you're not his dad. I can see the resemblance. We don't look anything alike. Nothing. I don't want this kid. He's not mine. I thought we were cool. You raised me like your own. Okay, before there are holes in the walls, let's see what the test results say. Mr. Piccolo, you, concerning young Gohan here, you are not the father. I told you! Piccolo, not the instrument, the green-skinned member of the black community. Dab him up, yeah. This man was Goku's main op back in Dragon Ball. Birth from blood, guts, death, massacre. Literally the whole package. After getting his teeth kicked in, and having his Jordan scuffed, he retreated into hiding. Probably in downtown Atlanta, between Buckhead and Lenox Mall. Nobody will look there for him. He only emerged after Goku was taken from normie life and settled down, R.I.P. to my boy. Raditz shows up, scares Piccolo. They join forces to eliminate this new threat. Now, after both Raditz and Goku perish, trouble is already coming for Earth. More grown adults ready to throw hands. So, I'm going to ask you guys, what do you think this evil man chose to do? Let's ask him.
Where is he?
I I don't know. A likely story. I'm gonna ask the questions here. Answer them or else. Good. Good. You killed 2 men and her backup was on their way. Am I right? Yes. It was just me and Goku's brat. Brat? Okay, I'm gonna write that down. Brat. How do you spell that? Whatever. Hearing that backup was coming, what did you do? I mean, if it were me, I'd probably go get some weapons, make myself stronger, especially if I had the time to do it, you know, some steroids. Or escape somewhere they can't get me, you know, like downtown Atlanta. Nobody can find you there. But I'm sure you did something rational and legal. I kidnapped Goku's son and trained him. Okay. Let me see if I can understand this, right? You're at a Chuck E. Cheese. You're just there, you know, a friend of a friend's kid is having their birthday party. You're just there. You don't even like the guy that much. You hate his guts. You hate him. And his kid is turning 10. Glorious. But then another guy shows up. His uncle shows up, slaps the kid, kidnaps him, and runs off and hides in the ball pit. And you're like, whoa, he's so strong. You and his dad go beat him up. You literally wipe the floor with this guy. Both him and the kid's dad are dead now. You're a murderer. I don't know why this is funny to me. You're a murderer. And then when you see the other family members get up, they send 2 guys after you, and then you look and you see the kid whose father you just killed, like twirling around a hot dog in his hand. And you're like, jackpot. You see this display of power and you say, I'm going to train this child so I can beat those 2 up with his help. So you snatch him up, you run, and as you're running, the 2 chase after you. You trip up Chucky, and all the kids dogpile on top of him, creating a distraction for you to get into your Honda Civic and drive off into the sunset, vowing to come back and beat the 2 guys up and the rest of the family, you know, if you don't like any of them, with the child whose father you just killed. That sound about right? Well, when you put it that way, it sounds stupid, right? Am I going to... What you want? I know what you're gonna say. He sacrificed himself to save Gohan. That makes it right. Nah, he came back to life. Because in this world, where there were rules before where you could only be revived once, death doesn't mean anything, really. Right? Death didn't mean anything until Goku later on in the series, where it was like, oh, Goku, he's gone forever. He chose not to be resurrected. And it's like, yo, guys, I'm here for a full day or whatever. That's the only time it ever meant anything. This man, Piccolo, took a child, and worse yet, has been labeled as his real father. Why? Threw him into the wilderness to survive, didn't tell his mother what happened. He left that to Krillin, you know? All I'm saying is the least he could have done was spend 30 minutes, go to the kid's mom, ask, say, hey, there are 2 Saiyans who are strong enough to destroy this entire planet, and the only thing that's preventing that from happening is me, that bald kid over there, the guy with too much hair, the other bald guy with 3 eyes, and his friend, and your son who has more power than all 3 of us combined. If I don't train him, we're all dead. Literally, that would have been better than resorting to kidnapping. That's all I'm saying. Literally could have just asked. Like, you're, you know, the former demon king Piccolo, and you don't have manners? Come on, dude. And was like, oh, now I'll train you because you're not dead yet. Trained him to fight 2 grown adults. I mean, sure. And then sacrifices himself, and they still didn't even do anything. The guy he killed had to come back to life just to save all of them. I'm just saying. You may have redeemed yourself, but you're no father. You don't even drink milk. Like, what? Like, Goku is Gohan's dad. He raised him, was literally killed by Piccolo to save the Earth because he had the whole Raditz in place. Came back, saved Gohan and everybody. And at least in Z, every time Goku was gone or missing, it was because of something out of his control. Let's go down the list, shall we? Let's see. First time dead because Piccolo shot him and Raditz. He resurrected. beat the crap out of Nappa and Vegeta, was incapacitated, immediately went to Namek to save everybody. Okay. He stayed behind to beat Frieza, who nobody had a chance against, and almost died in the planet explosion. Okay, flip the page. Managed to escape and crash landed on an alien planet. Which, if he's technically an alien, does that count as him? Does that count as him landing on an alien planet? Can we even call him an alien? Sorry, going back. Made it back home. Met the future son of his rival, Vegeta. They trained to defeat the androids. He died again when his son got cocky and was like, yo, Gohan, just kill this man. And Gohan's like, no, I have finally reached my final form, father. It's glory, Only got to come to life for a single day because he was the purest of heart, because he saved the world so many times and met his son, Goten. Got his real life back after defeating Boo and lived happily ever after. That was until GT and Super happened. Bad Dad, yeah, listen. I know. Piccolo's one of the best characters ever. I agree. But I've always, even as a kid, I thought it was so weird that my man turned to kidnapping to beat two grown men. Yeah, they're Saiyans, so what? I could fold them. I just roast Nappa's fat bald head. As he explodes from embarrassment, I'd go after Vegeta's widow's peak, and while he's, down in the dirt, I would redo what Krillin was going to do, with the sword, and was like gonna stab him, like literally murder this man. I would grab black forces, like black air forces, and I would like slam him into this man's head until he's dead, like a cockroach that you're trying to kill, those kind of things. Please make sure to like and subscribe.